Yo guys, what's up? My name is Jack2505. This is the Horde house, and today we're going to be talking about the changes to the learning class in Horde and Escape, which is now called the Blademaster. Now the Blademaster has always been quite strong in Escape as part of the Hivebuster team. However, in Horde not so much up until the last couple of operations. But let's go over the changes to the Blademaster since the Op 5 update and see if there's any improvements. Now don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So let's get into the video. Okay, so let's start with the Blademaster's ultimate, which is Electroblade. While active, any enemy struck with melee will be shocked and stunned. This is a very good ultimate for all swarms, including the Scions. I would say be careful with the Eye Scion though, but overall very good for the Scions. And the passive ability, kills with melee or bleed damage heal half of your max HP, resistant 30% melee damage. Very good for close quarter damage and for keeping you alive. Now let's continue with the changes to the Blademaster, starting with added 30% melee damage resistance to Blademaster passive and increased bleeding melee damage perk from 100% to 150% once you get that to level 10. Now this is a great change and a bit of a lot of a game changer for the Blademaster in regards to the output damage that this class can do to all enemy types. The Blademaster now has 3 new cards, starting with Brutal Claw, which gives extra damage and active effects. Energy Surge, gain stim per 0.5 seconds near energy taps. Now this is excellent for looking after taps and being aggressive around the taps. And Blade Dancer, each melee or bleed kill gives plus 25% melee damage for 15 seconds. I will be using all 3 cards for this video. So here's the rest of my card setup with the Blademaster, starting with Brawler, 130% increased melee damage, and Thrill of the Hunt, 28% resistance and forced healing near bleeding enemies. This is a great card for helping you stay alive while dealing melee damage to the enemies. Now let's talk about the Blademaster's perks, starting with health regeneration, movement speed, damage resistance and melee bleed damage. Now I think all the perks help the Blademaster a great deal. The Blademaster seems to have a great overall package here, but I suggest leveling the melee bleed perk first and then work on the rest of the perks. The Blademaster in a 1 to 50 Master Horde has now become more viable with the increased melee bleed damage and the new cards that the Blademaster has been given, in particular the Energy Surge and the Blade Dancer cards. I think there's some players who might be sleeping on the Blademaster or may not realize how good the class can be in certain situations, like looking after the taps. The Blademaster is a high risk, high reward class. You will be in situations that you may need to look both ways before attacking. Make sure you apply the melee bleed and you're near a tap, swinging that breaker mace to keep you alive. Once you have a lockout and it's leveled up, it will be best to use and store the following weapons. The best weapons to use with the Blademaster are the breaker mace, claw, flash grenades, and you could probably throw in a shotgun as well. During mini and main boss waves are the Blademaster's time to shine. The Blademaster can melee most bosses and applies huge damage with the breaker mace mixed in with bleed damage, which is this class' best weapon. Just make sure you're in a good position and apply the damage to the mini boss and the bosses. Now in my opinion, the Blademaster is a good pick once most if not all the cards are unlocked. So it will have the tools to apply damage and to stay alive. So guys, let me know your thoughts regarding the Blademaster. Do you think the Blademaster is viable in a 1 to 50 Horde on Master? Let me know your card setup. Feel free to leave your comments below and let me know and we can have a conversation about it. Now thank you very much for making it to the end of the video. You can follow me on Twitch and on Twitter. I'm Jack2505. This is the Horde House, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.